up, YouTube? In this video, I want to go over the Heroic Sha of Fear fight with you and just kind of give you our strategy, maybe some tips and tricks, and what really worked for us. Let's go! I'm going to focus mainly on the heroic mechanics here. I will briefly go over the first phase just a little bit. So to start off with the first phase, the main platform here with the Sha of Fear, obviously you're just ignoring the ads. The reason you're doing that is because you want to get the boss to 66%, I believe, as soon as possible, just so you can get, there's a permanent haste buff that you get once you get the boss to this percentage. So that should be your main goal. Not really much to talk about here on the main platform. Rage should be lightly spread out. Don't stand in the circles if you can help it, and make sure you're standing in the safe triangle zone. Use your personals, use your off heals, just whatever you can to help the healers and stay alive pretty much, and burn the boss. So platform in phase 1, just a little tip, when you're in like this little Sha form or whatever, you can actually like still cast. So you can like refresh dots on the Sha of Fear before you get out of range, and even get either dots and potentially like a spell cast off on the Panda ad on the platform. The platform is basically the same as normal, except for the fact that everything hurts, and you actually have to do this properly. So I'd recommend getting the Foji Weekora pack. It tells you which way to go and like when to go back and forth. It just kind of goes back and forth in between the entrance and like the left side. So if you kind of weave in and out, as you can see like we're doing in the video, you will be pretty safe. But like I said, just have somebody that has Foji kind of be your beacon and follow that person around. But yeah, the main thing here on this platform is just you need big damage, so kill the ad as fast as possible. Help your tank get the orbs, don't be lazy, and then just avoid the Death Blossom as usual. All your cooldowns are going to reset as soon as you go into phase 2, so make sure you're having the most uptime in your cooldowns as possible. And if they come up just before you're about to phase, make sure you pop them and use them for the full duration, because then you'll be able to use them again. So first thing you want to do when you go into phase 2 is just find the middle of the room. The only really way you can tell is how the ads spawn, so you kind of got to keep an eye on like where the ads spawn on the outside of the room. And then also you see on the mini map there's like a darker outside and then there's like a lighter inside. So ideally your raid wants to be in the center of like the light part, so that should be close to the middle of the room. A couple mechanics you need to watch out for is the boss will submerge and then he'll come up in like a different area with like a blue kind of cloud animation. Just make sure you're nowhere near this. It's an instant one shot and will kill you. Another one is called Waterspout. So the boss will, when he does a special ability, he'll randomly do the water spouts underneath your feet. So you need to be constantly watching underneath your feet and make sure you don't get hit by this. If you don't move, your healers are going to hate you and you're probably dead, bud. The boss is going to randomly fear 3 people in the raid. So when the boss does this, he's also going to give the light to a random raid member, which is just an extra action button. So whoever gets this needs to use the mouse over macro that I will show on screen. They need to hover over the person, any person really that's feared, prioritizing healers, and then you need to use the macro on that person, and that will free them from the fear. And then they'll receive the light, and then they need to do that to the next feared person. So this all needs to happen pretty fast, because the fear not only just fears you, but it does a shitload of damage. But that's how you deal with the fear mechanic. Keep in mind too that you cannot move when you have the light. You are locked in place. There's also ads in this phase called the dread spawns. The way the ads work is whoever holds the light is where the dread spawns will fixate on. If I have the light, the ads are going to be coming towards me, and they also get a stacking speed buff the longer that you hold the light. So the way you deal with this is you want to have 3 people assigned to like a triangle formation around the boss, and then the tank can tank the boss like in between the 2 bottom parts of the triangle. And the reason you want to do this is so that you can throw the light in between the people that are connecting to the bottom of the triangle, and this is so you can cleave the ads down with the boss. It's really a balancing act of trying to keep the ads all grouped together by passing the light in between the 3 people. And those 3 assigned people are making sure that they're not getting hit by the ads. So you can kind of wait like a second till they get close to you. And this helps keep them grouped up too. Another thing you can do that helped us a lot is we threw the light just before a fear was going to go out, and that was so the ads dropped the speed buff. That way they weren't Usain bolting across the map. And your triangle formation isn't set in stone. Like, you don't have to always pass it in between these 3 people. There was a few times where we kind of had like an emergency situation, and I ended up passing it to our rogue. So yeah, just keep that in mind. It's not like completely set in stone. And that's pretty much it for this fight. You're probably going to spend most of your time playing football, passing in between the 3 people and just kind of getting the rhythm down. But don't give up, keep going, you'll get it. GG's. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.